Okay, here's a little tutorial on how to operate this chainsaw here. So first off, fuel. You're going to use, very important, ethanol-free fuel. You can find that at most Maverick stations. Go to puregas.org and it'll give you a map of where they all are. And that gets a 50-to-1 two-cycle oil mix. I don't know if it's chainsaw specific. I don't think it is, but I use this Husky two-cycle, which I'll stop and grab some, I think, here and throw it in with you. But anyways, 2 gallons. For every 2 gallons, you put in 5 ounces of two-cycle oil. Then you got your bar and chain oil, and then you got a tool. We'll get to the tool in a second. So your gas goes here. Bar and chain oil goes. Oh, sorry. Gas goes here. Bar and chain oil goes over here. Just take a rag and make sure you clean up really good around that before you fill anything up, so you don't get debris and stuff inside the tanks that'll clog the carb and the oil orifice for the lube. And then you got where your tool comes in. Come over to this side, and you've got this tool is for your chain adjustment. Your chain adjustment, you should be about the middle of the bar. You come in and you should only be able to pull it out about that far, so that those little guides right in there are just barely coming out of that slide, if at all. Any tighter than that is bad too, so you want to get it right there. To adjust that, you will take this screw off here and or this bolt off here, and this cover comes off, and then there's another bolt in here. You just loosen both of those and just barely snug them down to where it's not tight, but just barely snug. And then this here's your adjuster screw. So you got your little screw on the tip of this. You just, kind of pop her in there and you adjust it, and just move the bar back and forth to tighten or loosen this chain. And then you tighten them all down, crank those bolts down pretty good, and put this cover back on, crank it down, and that's that. Now to start this thing, when it's cold, it's kind of a little bit of a pain in the ass, but you'll figure it out. But basically there's three steps. So when it's warm, you don't really need this one so much, but when it's cold, you do. This is your choke. It's got step 1. This pulls out, and after it pulls out, you pop it up into that position. That's also your kill, all the way down. You just push that detent, and that's what kills the motor. But you take that, pull her up, and then second step, every time you go to start it, do this. This is your compression release. Just push that down, and it'll pop back on its own after it starts. Just makes it easier to start. And then you have your primer pump. So just give her 6 pumps on your first start. After that, when you don't need to do it as much unless it's a hard time starting. So you got that, and then you got your chain stop. So this, like, back is go, forward that's your brake. So this chain won't roll on you. And you just keep that on until you get started, until you're ready to roll. I'm going to set this aside and give this a run here. After it's running, just go ahead and get some gas. That thing drops down. This guy right here drops down with it. This side and pull on that. And everything moves on you. Stopper, just push down. Simple as that. Don't cut your fucking arm off, or your leg, or your ding ding.